everybody. Hope you're having a nice Thursday so far. Mine's been good, and I'm kind of excited for today's stream because we're going to be wrapping up the first Mass Effect game. If you've not been to my stream before, hi, I'm Emily. This is my second Twitch channel where I do video game streams. I have a main channel where I do music streams. I'm a clarinetist primarily, and I do like clarinet practice with me streams. I also do some flute practice with me, sometimes some guitar practice with me. So here we are. Citadel's looking sad. Poor Mako. Good Mako is dead now. Ooh. Let's shoot those.
Heads up!
What's happening over there? Okay, we're fine. So, don't make the mistake I did, like the first several times I played this, and skip talking to Avina here, because it's kind of fun.
Critical. The Presidium is experiencing severe system malfunctions across the entire level. All non-emergency personnel must evacuate immediately.
Give me a rundown of the damage.
We have lost all primary power to the level. Environmental controls are not responding. Class 3 fires are burning in sectors 2, 3, 6, and 7. Civilian casualties are high.
Oh, Avina, girl, your head's on backwards.
I am also detecting numerous unauthorized synthetic life forms throughout the station. They are believed to be hostile. Please approach with caution.
I like how Shepard has to ask, like, what's wrong with the Citadel? Like, you can't tell.
What about Captain Anderson and Ambassador Udina? What happened to them?
I have no information on the status of specific individuals. Once the current crisis has been resolved, a complete accounting of casualties and survivors will begin.
You're right, I could just, like, delete the chat, but I don't have... I forgot to set up the clear chat command in my stream deck for this channel, so I couldn't do that easily at the moment. But I find it difficult to navigate a little bit between getting out of the video game and over to Streamlabs cleanly and efficiently. So for me, it makes life easier for me if I can just offload some of that management and let the auto mod handle it. But we don't have like that much trouble with the spam bots, and like I said, I'll walk it back if I need to. I'm just trying to use it and figure out what works best for me. But I find it very difficult to manage the chat when I'm playing the game, aside from just like reading and responding. And I'll get better at that with time, you know, but that's where I'm at today. And I don't want Andrew to feel like he always has to mod even when he can't, or I don't want him to feel pressure to you know, just to be here when he can't. And I want to help him out a bit because often he's helping me by modding, like when he's at work or, you know, working on other things. So it's just going to make life a little easier. Yeah, it may not be ideal this second attempt, and I'll keep working on it. But yeah, for me, it feels like it'll be a bit easier just to let the bot handle some of it. So I just don't have to. So I just don't have to worry about it. I skipped this one.
What happened to the council?
In accordance with standard emergency procedures, the Council has been evacuated to the Destiny Ascension.
Where's Saren?
Former Spectre agent Saren Arturius is near the vicinity of the Council chamber. A warrant has been issued for his arrest, though Citadel security is unable to respond at this time.
That all feels terribly helpful.
Come on! We need to stop Saren before it's too late!
Please begin emergency evacuation procedures. This is not a drill. Critical failures detected across all...
I thought you're not supposed to take the elevator during an emergency. You're supposed to take the stairs. The Citadel doesn't really have stairs, does it? There are a few, like, small flights of stairs, but not much. I'm sorry, Ashley, I couldn't find you Colossus armor, so you don't match the rest of the team. Well, that's just rude. Poor Keeper didn't do anything.
Enemy ships inside the arms.
Saren's locked the elevator. Suit up. We're going outside.
I love how Sovereign is like this massive ship. Like even as massive as the Citadel is, it's just huge. But Sovereign is like one of the baby Reapers. It is one of the smaller ones, which is a little bit crazy. I have trouble sometimes with like really picturing like the scale of some of these things. It's like some of the other. Well, no, I'm gonna stop there because I don't want to get into like. Like I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but yeah, it's crazy how like how big Sovereign is, but it's a small one. Now Garrus is in my way. Garrus, buddy, please.
Powering up.
What makes it fun, Garrus? The fact that the destroyer's about to run at us, is that what makes it fun? Uh-oh, I forgot about the Krogan. Bye, please. Thank you. Bye. It's kind of fun, this segment of the game where it's like zero gravity or low gravity. You throw a lift on them, they kind of soar away. Or if you just hit them hard enough with a shotgun. That also works. like how she just says that after we've cleared the area. Going the wrong way. I don't remember which way to go apparently. Came up from that way. It's not this way. It should be that way, right? I wasn't kidding about my bad sense of direction. Real thing. I just didn't go far enough. Care about because, well, I might care about it. I already had the 10th version in my shotgun. No, I just want to do a quick save just in case. Unfortunately,
That's it. Back in attack.
Vanguard doesn't have enough good long-range attacks to take the ship out. Oh, well, I tried. It was still looking messed up when I left, so that's something.
Hostile contact!
Charging up.
Oh no, that is too many people charging me. Nope, 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 nope. I'm back. I'm gonna go back here. Shields. Alright. Oh, thank you for handling it for me. Garrus and Ashley. It was good teamwork. I run away, you shoot it. Oh, that was a rocket in my face. That was another rocket in my face. It's alright. We're doing okay. Oh, climb up. Do I have to put the sweeping gun away to climb up? Or I can go around. turrets. That was my own fault. I got so focused on taking out that one Geth so that we can move forward that I let the turret get me. That's fine. I didn't get sent back too much. Actually, you're shooting the wall. You gotta either knock him out of cover or run up there and get him. Equipment I don't need though. Okay, let's try this again. Without getting impatient and getting blown up by one of the turrets. Excuse me for a minute while I get lost again. Oh no, I'm going the right way. There are a few spots through here I feel like I've made the mistake before, where I assume I'm safe and I'm not. So I was a little bit like nervous walking towards all those shields, the Geth shields. So I couldn't remember if there were any more enemies hiding out there or not.
afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
In time for what?
The final confrontation. I think we both expected it would end like this. You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
You let Sovereign implant you? Are you insane?
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Vermeer, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me. About indoctrination. The doubts began to eat away at me. Sovereign sensed my hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now my doubts are gone. I believe in Sovereign completely. I understand that the Reapers need organics. Join us, and Sovereign will find a place for you, too.
Sovereign's controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
The relationship is symbiotic. Organic and machine intertwined. A union of flesh and steel. The strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither. I am a vision of the future, Shepard. The evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign and experience a true rebirth.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't stop it. Not forever. You saw the visions. You saw what happened to the Protheans. The Reapers are too powerful.
You could have resisted. You could have fought. Instead, you surrendered. You quit.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for... The implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
I find it really interesting how Saren reacts like the exact same way to like trying to resist the indoctrination, like trying to think that there's another way out, as that one like crazy man in the tunnels did on Pharos, the one that was like being controlled by the Thorian but was like actively fighting it. It's kind of a shame we never see the Thorian again. I don't know if that's a spoiler. If it is, it's incredibly mild, but we never see the Thorian again, and so they never really explore like how similar its mind control capabilities are to like the indoctrination that the Reapers have. And I don't know, there are a lot of questions there. Like I wonder like which came first, you know, was the Reaper indoctrination modeled on what the Thorian was able to do? Like they discovered the Thorian and thought, this is pretty cool, we can probably do that, and that's where their version of indoctrination came from. There are more things at play that I'm not talking about to avoid spoilers for the third game in particular. But I just think that's really interesting because the Thorian was super, super old. That's why we needed to find it, because it was old enough to have that, to have been alive and living there when the Protheans were still around, and so it had the cipher. But we don't know how old it actually was. It could have well predated the Protheans. And I don't know, I would just like to, that's a question I've always had that's never been answered. I don't have high hopes that it'll be answered in the next game, because it's probably something they've just moved on from totally, or not, maybe I'm totally wrong, but it's the similarities there. Like, I wish it had been explored a little bit more. You know, it would have been interesting to learn if a lot of the things the Reapers did were adopted from things they observed in organics, and then like because their machines felt like they perfected. I don't know.
There's still one way to stop this, if you've got the guts.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
I've gotten some Paragon points for that. I did one of the Paragon responses too.
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick! Open the station's arms! Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down before he regains control of the station.
Ashley, why are you yelling?
See if
I'm
you
2
can
feet
open
away
the
from you.
communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Normandy to the Citadel. Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Andurra sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
You can't sacrifice human lives to save the Council. What have they ever done for us?
This is bigger than humanity. Sovereign's a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
Exactly. We can't throw away reinforcements trying to save the Council. We have to hold them back until Sovereign's exposed.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
Opening the relays now, Joker. We need to save the Ascension no matter what the cost.
I hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
Alliance ships, move in. Save the Destiny Ascension.
Hey Barry, I hope you have a pretty good Thursday. Oh, that's right, you're on the road to like New York, aren't you? That's exciting. Sorry the percussion truck broke down.
Commander, we're picking up reinforcements.
It's the Alliance. Thank the goddess.
Destiny Ascension, you are all clear. Repeat, you are all clear.
The Citadel's opening. All ships move in. Concentrate on Sovereign.
No, Ashley doesn't have the matching armor because I could never find it. I tried. And my day's been pretty good so far. Thanks
Make
for
sure
asking.
he's
I hope
dead.
yours has been good too.
He's dead.
thanks, Garrus. Garrus, you maybe don't walk right in front of me when I'm shooting a shotgun.
Way to go.
Turning them down. Sovereign's too strong. We have to pull back.
Negative. This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
Barry, as of right now, I don't have much in the way of, like, weekend plans. But that's kind of a good thing. Kind of like having a weekend every now and then with no plans.
Jammers online.
That was a bad shot. Oh, I was too slow. Sorry, Ashley. Oh, wake Ashley up. Do the thing. Thank you. There's a lot going on. There are a lot of explosions. Ashley, I'm gonna need you to look after your shield. Oh, there's a gap right there. Rude.
Shields disabled.
Garrus, buddy.
Bring it on.
Way to go.
Its shields are down. Now's our chance.
Hit it with everything we got.
love how the soundtrack here comes back in the end of Mass Effect 3. They pulled from this music when they made that track at the end that everybody knows and loves.
Captain Anderson, we found them. They're in here.
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
Ambassador, Captain, Commander Shepard, we have gathered here to recognize the enormous contributions of the Alliance forces in the war against Sovereign and the Geth.
Yes,
many humans lost their lives in the battle to save the Citadel. Brave and courageous soldiers who willingly gave their lives so that we, the Council, might live.
There is no greater sacrifice, and we share your grief over the tragic loss of so many noble men and women.
The Council also owes you a great personal debt, Commander, one we can never repay. You saved not just our lives, but the lives of billions from Sovereign and the Reapers.
Commander Shepard, your heroic and selfless actions serve as a symbol of everything humanity and the Alliance stand for.
And though we cannot bring back those valiant soldiers who gave their lives to save ours, we can honor their memories through our actions.
Humanity has shown it is ready to stand as a defender and protector of the galaxy. You have proved you are worthy to join our ranks and serve beside us on the Citadel Council.
Counselor, on behalf of humanity and the Alliance, we thank you for this prestigious honor and humbly accept.
We will need a list of potential candidates to fill humanity's seat on the Council.
Given all that has happened, I am sure your recommendation will carry a great deal of weight, Commander. Do you support any particular candidate?
Yeah, I love the music at the end. It is a weird, abrupt change from like the big triumphant music back to like the chill. It's the Vigil theme, isn't it? But like the chill Citadel music. But what struck me was like when they were shooting, when the Alliance fleet was shooting at Sovereign, and then also after, you hear this little motive that is a very prominent part of the music from the end of the third game. It's the track called "And End Once and For All." It's one of my favorite bits of the entire soundtrack for all three games. It's probably most people's favorite part, or not most people. You know, a lot of people probably claim it as their favorite part. But I love that they're like there's those little bits and pieces that just come back. But there are a lot of like interesting parallels between the end of this first game and the end of the third game that I of course cannot really talk about right now because I don't want to spoil anybody. But it's interesting how they kind of mirror. It's not really a mirror. It's like callbacks to right the ending of this first game, and the abrupt change between the two different parts of the soundtrack is a little strange. I don't know what to call it for real, so I call it like music mapping in video games, like when it's meant to like change from one track to the next, or like when it's supposed to change, like say when things escalate in a battle sequence or whatever. It's not great in this first game. There's some times where it's fine, but it's a little bit, you know, it's not always like super graceful. But in the third game, I feel like it is really good. There are a couple places where like just the way they use the music is part of what makes the soundtrack great, in addition to the fact that it's just well composed. But I love the music in this game so much, this whole series. I mean, the third game for sure has most of my favorite moments, but I can't really reference any of my favorite moments in future games right now without accidentally spoiling someone, so I'm not going to talk about it, but we will talk about them as they come up. If you wouldn't get in DCMH, it will be interesting to go through the soundtrack and provide commentary. I might be able to do that. My Mass Effect multi-track covers that I have on YouTube have never been copyright claimed. Let me see if I can. Those are all on my main YouTube channel. I'm gonna see if what I did worked. This should not pop up on the screen. Oh great, it didn't. So it's in the chat and it's not on the screen. I didn't think that looked very good in the YouTube version of these, so I was trying to get all those chat command messages moved off the screen, and it worked. But yeah, I could maybe get away with it. I know I've heard before that the first game is a lot easier to deal with, because I've watched other people play and watched them talk about being more mindful of talking over the soundtrack in the second and third game. We'll just kind of see how that goes. The second YouTube channel where I upload these, which everything, it's almost current. The Vermeer stream will be up tomorrow morning, and then yesterday's and today's I will get edited and posted as soon as I can. But I won't like silence those clips. I don't think it's not. I mean, it's a tiny. I'm nowhere near monetized on either YouTube channel, but I don't think I would like silence it just to avoid the copyright claim. At least not at this point, because I don't want to ruin the experience. But I guess never say never. We'll see what happens. But I don't know. I feel like video game music is tricky. Like sometimes it's like super. I think it's like super well known. Like I'm pretty sure like all the Zelda stuff, all those themes will get you copyright claimed. I think it just depends on who holds the rights to it and how proactive they are about monitoring those sorts of things. Like I said, my Mass Effect clarinet multi-track covers have not been copyright claimed, so I don't know. We'll see. I would like to do that though. That would be kind of an interesting stream. The best way to avoid that would be to have a stream where like I pull out the old keyboard and I like play the themes for you myself and talk about them. But one, I'm not set up to run the keyboard through this yet, this setup. And two, I am not a very good pianist. It would take me a lot of practice to feel like I was feeling competent enough to do that on stream. I mean, I could play like just the themes, but like giving you like a worthwhile playthrough, not performance, but you know what I mean? Like I would need to practice and prepare for it. So again, never say never. I'll put a pin in that idea for like the future. Like I mentioned before, one of my goals for the summer is to dedicate some time to practicing piano, polish up my own skills. So I would just like to be better at that instrument. It just helps with all the things with, well, I mean, with teaching piano, it means I can stay with my students longer as they advance. But also like working on arrangements and stuff, having better piano proficiency just makes that a lot easier. But back to the game. So for this choice, like I feel like most people who play this game obviously prefer Captain Anderson to Udina. I prefer Captain Anderson to Udina, but those of you who played before will know what I'm talking about. If I say for story reasons, it just makes more sense to choose Udina. I will clarify that later when we get to that point. But also, Anderson would hate this job. He is not a desk job guy. He is not a diplomat guy. He would hate this. He would hate making nice with other politicians. So that's the headcanon I'm going to use for why I choose Udina. It's not that I'm choosing Udina because I think he's better. It's that Anderson is my friend and mentor, and I know that he would hate being counselor, so I'm not going to do that to him.
I want a true advocate for humanity on the council. Someone who'll protect the interests of our species no matter what. I want Udina.
Well, the ambassador has worked with the council in the past, and we are familiar with his style and methods.
A little too familiar, you could say.
Oh, you
I'm also
haven't
doing it to
seen
punish the
anything
Turian
yet,
counselor.
I've been holding back.
I am certain we will all learn to work together in time.
Sovereign's defeat marks the beginning of a new era for both humanity and the Council.
Sovereign was only a Vanguard. The Reaper fleet is still coming. Hundreds of ships, maybe thousands. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
I love how Shepard's just like, bye. You all can deal with
Shepard's
cleanup.
right. Humanity is ready to do its part. United with the rest of the Council, we have the strength to overcome any challenge. When the Reapers come, we must stand side by side. We must fight against them as one. Together, we will drive them back into dark space.
Yeah, it does look pretty clean, doesn't it? Somebody's already been cleaning up. And that's it for Mass Effect 1. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you again soon.